I was wrong in doing what I did.
No, no! No! Are you listening?
Sean here, and this is part 2 of Would Lorne Join a Cult? And the question we're asking today, and probably the more important one, is, would he stay? If he joined a cult, would he stay? And there are a lot of factors, and this is a difficult question to answer because you have so many variables that could come into play here. Number one, Lorne would have to see women, several women that he found attractive, and we know that wouldn't be difficult. And attractive, well, looks don't matter to me. Yeah, Lorne, you don't care as long as they look like a female. They would have to be within arm's reach. Something we know about him, we know how dangerous he is. We also know and I said this in Vassar's chat yesterday, well, how do you expect me to love you if you're being so mean, if you don't like me back? That's basically a statement he makes on a regular basis to these women. Well, I know we're not dating, but you go out with another guy, I ain't sticking around. You have sex with another guy, I ain't sticking around. And as we all pointed out, yes, you would, Lorne. Which leads me to believe that if there were women in this cult, we know you would haunt their footsteps. We know they would become the target of your affection, your obsession. They may even have husbands. That doesn't matter to you. They said hi to you. So they obviously love you. And that's pretty scary. Because he essentially told Casey, again, how do you expect me to love you if you're making it difficult? If you're going out with other guys? I used to say some stupid shit like that when I was in 5th or 6th grade. If you like Billy, I'm not going to like you anymore. If you dance with Billy, I'm not going to... I don't even know what I'm saying here, but you know what I mean. That kind of logic, that selfish logic, childish logic. I like you. We can't be together if you don't do what I want. And something really agitated me. It really bothers me when he says stupid shit like this. Well, I don't want to get in the way of your career. You wouldn't be, Lorne. You're not even dating, and she's an actress, and it's what she loves. It's what she wants to do. Too many times people have gotten together. I know I'm off topic for a second, but too many times people have gotten together, and they're willing to sacrifice their dreams to stay with that person, which is something I recommend you never do. If they're not willing to support you to achieve your dreams, shame on them. If you stay, shame on you. You ain't gonna fool me again. Lorne's thinking is that if I want something, you must want it too. And if you're acting that way, well, I'm not going to want it anymore, which is a lie. So he gets in a cult. They love bomb him at first because that's what Lorne craves. Love, love, love. If they say, I love you, Lorne, say, I love you, Lorne. Jesus Christ. If they say, I love you to him, he expects it all the time. When did you stop loving me? Why did you stop loving me? You said you loved me before. Oh, you know, again, Paula, there was nothing. And I'm telling you, he got peripheral information. He was sitting there and listening, and he overheard where she lived. He overheard everything. And he never said a word to her. If he did, it was, can I have another beer? So I want to stress, Lorne getting in a cult and being told, I love you, that would be disastrous. He doesn't know what love is. He doesn't know what familial love is. Platonic, he doesn't know what any of that stuff is. He only knows, I'm looking at you, I want you, so that's love. So the first woman that said, I love you, brother, oh my God. He wouldn't hear everybody else trading the I love yous. He would just hear the one that came from that woman. And I bet you, and I don't know, man, it depends on how deep the cult is. They'd have to sit him down multiple times and say, look, we love each other as a family, Lorne, but not that way. And one thing a cult leader will not have, they will not have anyone else challenging their authority, going against their wishes. Punishment would be put on Lorne. He would be doing things that he didn't want to do. Well, I ain't doing that. Lorne, you're going to do it, or you're never going to see us again. You mean I can't haunt these women's footsteps? No, Lorne, you're gone. You either do this or we kick you out and we make your life a living hell. But I think if Lorne left a cult, they'd be done with him. I still think Lorne would try to come back. He'd try to contact them. He'd be showing up where he knew they were, trying to talk to, we'll just say, a woman named Julie, the one that said, "I love you, brother," the one that became the object of his obsession, married or not. You can see it. He would be coming back, wanting to talk to Julie. So the I love yous, I mean, even if they just had Lorne, he doesn't have any money, so they're not getting money from him. If they had him doing like gardening and things, stuff that nobody, cleaning the toilet, stuff nobody else wanted to do, and Lorne agreed to do it, they might even use these women, might even use them to talk to Lorne. As long as they had a safe place to go, someplace they could escape after they were done talking to him. He would be walking around the encampment wherever they were. He would be calling, whatever, trying to get a hold of this woman that doesn't even like him, that's using him because he's so desperate. He could walk in on her having sex with her husband and it wouldn't even faze him. But it would also probably spark a, "Well, you didn't tell me you were having sex with him." "Lorne, he's my husband and we have children, dude." "How do we have children?" "Well, yeah, I know, but I thought, it was just because y'all wanted kids. I didn't think you were still doing it. What was all that 1 in a billion talk?" Let's say it was a sex cult of some kind, and it was ritual orgies, or whatever some of these people do. Now they know it probably doesn't mean anything, but sins of the flesh, baby. I'd probably fall victim to it as well. Lorne would probably be left out of those. He'd be told, "No, Lorne, you're the chosen one. We have to keep you pure. You cannot join in. You could watch, though." I think Lorne would be in the corner crying, screaming like he does when he's trying to just please get erect. Ladies and gentlemen, right in the middle of the orgy, I have an announcement. It is literally standing up on its own. Yay! Whatever. But I don't think Lorne would be allowed to join in. I don't think any woman would even touch him. I don't even think a gay man would touch Lorne. And I don't mean that they're desperate. I'm talking about if Lorne went the other way, if he joined the other team, whatever you call it, switch sides, I don't think they would touch him either. I think he'd be screwed. There's nothing he could change to in the alphabet that would guarantee him sex. I mean, a woman, they're drinking, she wanders into where he's staying, he's alone, look out, here we go. That got dark, like Steven Seagal dark. Moving on from that, his entire life seems to revolve around trying to finally see or touch another woman's vagina, because the only one he's ever touched, unless, I still think he got shot out of his mom's anus, the only one he ever touched was his mom. Lorne probably heard the joke about, "Yeah, man, only time you ever had touched vagina was when you came out of your mom's belly." And he probably thought, "You're right. I love my mom. She let me touch her vagina." Oh my God. Kidding. Cult leaders have a lot of influence, and if they knew that Lorne just wanted to touch vagina, he could probably convince one of his women to take one for the team, to keep Lorne around. They need him to do all the work they don't want to do. They need him for numbers. The appearance of a mass following is very important to cult leaders. It's easy to bring people in when there are hundreds of others. And I did a lot of research on Jonestown because I tried to understand what would make you go there. And in the beginning, I realized, wow, that even sounds appealing to me before, things got weird. Utopia, where you're going to live off the grid, away from the troubles of ordinary life. You just want it to be where everybody knows your name. You just want it to be a place where love was in the air. You loved each other. You loved your brother and sister. You had a common goal. You wanted to achieve something. Life was great, but eventually, power corrupts everyone. and things got bad. The accusations against Jim Jones, and we know what happened, the tragedy that happened. Oh God, just thinking about how that ended up was scary. But power corrupts everybody. It seems like every time you put a man in an ultimate position of power, it becomes about sex. Have sex with me, you'll go places. You'll be in my inner circle. You'll know things that other people don't know. I'm going to tell you the secrets of life. You can come and sleep in my bed, and every day you get to wake up next to the powerful cult leader. Status, power. That was something we talked about in the other video. That would be very attractive to Lorne. He would see whatever they call it, elders getting all the pudani, as Steven Seagal would say. Steven Seagal. But he would see that, and he would aspire to be that. The thing is, though, you have to have willing victims, willing to be assaulted or taken advantage of. And that's something Lorne would never have, a willing victim. Now, he may be in a position of power, and there might be some guys underneath that try to use his status to get what they want, to try to get with women, but Lorne's not getting with them. This whole thing revolves around Lorne having sex with a woman. He's not going to be like the others, people who join with the promise of something else. Once the cult's life has become your life, you are going to stick around, even when it gets bad, because it's all you know. And you remember, I remember when it used to be good, when I first got there and they love bombed me. And every time a new person comes in, everybody's excited and we love bomb them. They would have to keep Lorne as far away as they could from any woman that joined the cult, because he's immediately, let me show you around. I'll help you. All you got to do is stick with me. You want to suck me into a cult? Put a woman I'm attracted to in front of me and have her be attracted to me. Because if I'm vulnerable, I want love, real love, and I want to find a woman who's interested in the same things that I am, who wants the same things that I do. Someone you can go to sleep with at night next to, feel safe, wake up the next day, look at them and go, you know what? I really do love you. And just move forward. But we know there are restrictions on sex in cults. They don't want people procreating. They don't want them to be having sex all the time. And Lorne joins, and they tell him, look, we can only have sex when it's approved. And you can't have sex out of wedlock. Lorne's going to try to get married instantly. I talk about Scientology because the Sea Organization, rumored to force people to have abortions. Too many stories have come out. You're not allowed to have sex. If you do, you get in big trouble. You can't keep a bunch of men and women on a boat, deny them their carnal, primal desires, that carnal desire. You cannot take that away from them. It's built in. Lorne doesn't need pictures anymore. He doesn't need Little House on the Prairie. He's got real live women to bap it to, standing outside their house crying, bam, 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 bam. Am I joking a little bit? Yes. But what I am saying is, Lorne would start to fantasize about them. Now, he's entering the age where he's already having trouble performing. So he would most likely have trouble performing if he ever had the chance. And I do worry, and we're going to get dark, these older pedos who can't perform, or they're so far gone that their need has overtaken everything in their life. They like the act, the feelings of, I shouldn't be doing this, I don't want to get caught. And this young, vulnerable girl, she may be in love with me, because at the ages these guys strike, they don't know the difference most of the time between lust and love. Lorne would try to use that. He would. And it makes me sick to think about. How long do you think it'd be before one of these women who had a 12, 13-year-old daughter has to make a report, has to file a report that this one elder is spending too much time trying to mentor her when she's already got 3 mentors? Nobody asked him to mentor her. Nobody asked him to guide her. Well, I'm just doing what I thought I should be doing. Lorne, you tried to hold her hand, buddy. You started telling her that you loved her and that when she's 18, you're going to get... I mean, this is all things. Every single one of these are things that I can see happening. He's scary, and he shouldn't have access to children. But to keep Lorne in their ranks, to keep it the appearance that they're growing, Lorne will be separated from them, probably pulled aside by the cult leader. Look, these young, impressionable girls, eventually they're going to be 18, Lorne. I need you to stay away from them. We're trying to guide them, trying to take them to the light, and you're really messing that up for us. They don't need to be focusing on boys or men. Do you understand? Well, yeah, well, you know, she was coming on to me. And again, God help if it's a Jehovah's Witness type situation. Lorne, did you physically touch that girl? No. Well, she's crying, and there's evidence, and she said you did. But you're an elder. You said you didn't do it. That's what we got to go with. Holy crap. Ding, 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 ding. Lorne has found his dream. He can do whatever he wants and get away with it. God help him if he gets in one of those situations. Imagine he's in an organization where they do the child bride thing, like there are some out there. Lorne would be in heaven. You couldn't pry him away from something like that, from the prospect of something like that. Now, I know I've talked about sex a lot, but that's all that Lorne thinks about. If they're not talking to him, they're obviously out having sex. If they're not having sex with him, they're obviously out having sex with everyone else. Down in fucking guys down in Florida. You went on a date with him, you're having sex. You're having fun, making little funny shapes on a plate. Did you make it curved? He's a psycho because sex is something he has never had. It's something he wants more than anything else. They will find that button and they will push it. They will press on it. They will hold it down. That's how you keep Lorne in. There are many different control techniques that they would use. But Lorne's big button, the one that would keep him, that's it. The possibility of having sex or ensnaring a woman, being paired up with a woman like some of them do, taken away from their husbands and put with other women, husbands being taken of their wives and being put with other women. It's a nightmare, but a dream for Mr. Penis. So I think how they keep him in there is sex. That's the dangling carrot. Wouldn't be spiritual enlightenment, wouldn't be total consciousness, wouldn't be the ability to reincarnate and come back and be a blight on society again. It would be sex. It wouldn't be wealth, it would be steady sex. And that's the truth. So this is part one of would Lorne stay in a cult? And I think he would if all of this came to pass. Power over women and guaranteed sex or mandatory sex, however you want to word it. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.